Hello and welcome to My Music Problems, episode 12. Last episode was a little bit mislabeled. I thought I hadn't done episode 10, but I had, so that was actually episode 11. I just fixed it in the title of the info of the video itself, not the actual video, which is all right. But in this one, I'm just going to be kind of going over, my songs that are kind of been on the waiting list and kind of an idea of what I'm, even going to be doing with some of the old songs too, because they are on here. Like, for instance, this is Achieving Peace Through War. I can always go back and reference this because this is kind of where, when I was writing and, working out the riffs, I, put it into here to hear it first and then kind of played along with it to get everything right. And for the most part, every riff is in there, but I kind of had a little bit of the setup in this. And then obviously, when I was actually recording it, just from there, finished it off because it kind of here was like, all right, so the last thing or the last part was going to be this interlude kind of lead part. And like I said, was kind of, I've done a test run in this and was kind of talking about how I might add like a real solo to this, but I'm not sure 100% on that yet, or if it would just be clean up some of the parts with the bass and the drums that I felt like needed to be done. But the execution of this song actually went pretty well, but just to kind of, actually let you hear, because the beginning did kind of even change from what this was. Not too much, it's still the same principle, but even in just recording the intro, you'll hear it. Hold on, I'll show you. All right, so that's enough of that. And even I think in recording it, it actually sounds a little bit better than what that even sounds like. But I don't know why I do the but-ums. But let me see here. Stop saying but, Chris, stop. Just freaking stop. All right. So one of the things I had wanted to talk about too in this was, I need to get some of my guitars adjusted so that I can actually go tune down. But this program gives me a advantage in kind of hearing what that would sound like even before I do something like that. And like I said, it is a little bit different when you actually plug in to a real guitar. But this is what this would sound like, this old riff, if I played it 2 steps down. So yeah, that basically just gives me a principal idea of, what I would have to do once I do just, bite the bullet, which I should, because everything is kind of coming in line to do something like that. So I just have to execute. The next song on here that I'd actually forgotten about was this, and it really came from, let me just solo this part, really came from this part, which I upped a little bit because I had a completely different, well, it's more this second bar right here. Second measure was exactly how it was originally played, but then I was like, I can execute it to where it's a little bit different, because I feel like, what did I do? Yeah, I just kind of did this hammer on to kind of add a second element to just to give it a little variation from just doing this over and over again and then slowly going down like it did. So this is what it kind of sounds like by itself. And I kind of went a little bit further there, but when you add like the second guitar and the bass, it sounds a little busy. I don't know exactly how it would turn out once it was real guitars and real bass, or however I do it, but this is what it sounds like. That part's really cool once it does that, but with the variation. But that wasn't even on my radar, but I'm glad I kind of stumbled upon that again, because it gives me some ideas to maybe where that would fit, or just expand on a whole new song that way. This song right here is really basic, but and I think I've even played this riff before, but this is what it would sound like with the dual guitars. And playing this a lot, I've always had like a second part that it kind of went into. Just anytime I would play it, it would just automatically come, but I really didn't like it at all. So this program kind of did break that second idea and kind of finally bring some new ideas to it. But for the longest time, because this is a really old riff, I finally kind of broke free with it. And I even have like complete words and everything kind of even lined up for that, which I'm not going to do right now, but it's more complete than it actually seems in this. So yeah, these are just some other riffs that everything's kind of basic and doing the same thing. Maybe I'll change it up, but yeah, for the basic ideas, it's coming along, and it's really just about executing, playing them for real. And this is just kind of how that happens. So I don't want to make this too long. I have a lot in here. Maybe I'll come back to this for a second part, because I even have I have a few videos where I have to do that. But it really is just kind of like even some old ideas that I've had, or riffs I kind of put in here just to kind of hear different ways and play with it a little bit. It gives me, without actually, that should be my next one that I talk about. So I'm going to hold off on that and save that for episode 13. So I'm going to end it here. Just imagine me doing the peace sign and the fist, the peace and the war, whatever that is on this one, because I'm just going to end it right now. So it just doesn't get too long. Thanks. Bye.